Whether you are just starting your journey or looking to level up your skills, you are in the right place. I will guide you through the building blocks of the web with tutorials on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, WordPress, and many more. Each designed to make complex topics simple and fun. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Let's code the web together. In today's video, we are going to discuss how to fix the critical error in WordPress. So, what is this critical error in WordPress? This error stops WordPress from loading all the scripts it needs to function properly. So, in the past, this WordPress error would lead to a white screen of death or just a fatal error message. No more details. And many developers found it confusing and hard to fix without any further help. So this is the example of that critical error screenshot. As you can see, there is one message says that there has been a critical error on this website. Please check your site admin email inbox for instructions. And there is one link says learn more about troubleshooting WordPress. So this email contains more details about what caused this issue, and sometimes it points to a problematic plugin or theme. So this is an example email that's sent to your admin email address for the website. So as you can see, they have mentioned this is the plugin which is causing this particular issue. So what causes the critical error in WordPress? Most of the times in WordPress, this error happens because of a malfunction of some plugin, script, or piece of code that prevents WordPress from loading properly. WordPress can't load the files it needs to run when the code doesn't work as expected. So this is related to WordPress core, right? How to fix this error in WordPress? So there are total two methods. The first one is you can fix this error with the help of that email. So you will see an email in your inbox. So admin email. In your admin email inbox with the subject line says that your site is experiencing a technical issue. And inside that email, you will find more helpful information about the reasons about that critical error on your WordPress website. So this is example error email. It says that in this case WordPress caught an error with your theme 2021. You will get idea that in this theme I am having some problem in some function or some syntax error. It can be anything. So you can debug and fix that, right? Method 2 is fix the critical error in WordPress manually. Sometimes due to some SMTP issue, you might not receive that email. Then there are few steps that you can follow manually to fix this error. If you don't receive that email for that notification email, check if that error was caused by recent action you took. Then you need to undo that action that will fix that issue. So sometimes you might have uh, installed any new plugin or activated the theme. So if you have that idea, you can undo that action and that might fix your issue. For example, if you have installed a new plugin and activating that plugin caused that critical error. So you just have to deactivate it. It will solve your problem. In that case, you can follow these steps. First step is deactivate all the WordPress plugin. So first you need to check how many plugins you have installed. And in this case, you won't be able to access dashboard, right? So what you have to do, you have to open your cPanel, for example, if it is hosted, WordPress website is hosted on any, uh, let's say on GoDaddy or any other uh, website hosting, you have to log in into cPanel and try to go to the folder where WordPress has been installed. Open that folder. So WordPress structure is WP admin, WP content, WP includes, and some root files, right? So go into WP content folder. In that you will have plugins folder. What you can do, you can just rename that folder to old underscore plugin, for example, old underscore plugins, and it will disable all the plugins and try to reload your website. If the problem is related to any of the plugin, then you will get the idea that issue is there with the plugin. In that case, what you have to do, you can rename that old underscore plugins folder to plugins again and try to rename each and every plugin, the activated plugin. So for example, you have W3 cache plugin or any other plugins installed in your WordPress website. Open that folder, the plugins folder, and try to rename that WP total cache plugin and try to reload the website. If it is fixing the problem, it means that issue is related to that particular plugin. So what you have to do, you might need to remove that plugin, you might need to delete that plugin, or you can install the fresh copy of that plugin. Maybe the problem is related to the plugin version. So you will get the idea. Next step is to switch to a default theme. Sometimes when you install a new theme or create a child theme, you might face this problem due to unsupported functions or something is wrong with the PHP code. Then switching your theme to a default theme. So right now it's 2025. So you should have that 2025 default theme in your WordPress installation. Then you can switch to default theme, and if it is working, your website is working, then the issue is with your theme, your activated current theme. So now you got the idea, you can debug your theme and you will get the proper troubleshooting steps. You can fix it. The third option is reinstall the WordPress. So if there is no issue with the plugin and theme, then you might need to reinstall the WordPress. Sometimes few files get corrupted, or it can be anything with the WordPress installation. Database might get corrupted. So you need to reinstall the WordPress and it will fix your problem. The next step is turn on debugging in WordPress. So in wp-config.php file, you need to write down one simple line of code, a PHP code that will enable that debugging mode in your WordPress. So there is one line, it's saying that define function. In that, the first argument will be wp underscore debug in capital letters and make it true. So once you make it true, your debugging system will allow to catch the errors. Then you will have a proper errors in your log files and you can easily fix from that. Make sure that once you fix that issue, you need to remove that line of code, or you may need to make it false. WP underscore debug constant. Next step is increase the PHP memory limit. So sometimes your hosting web server is like any other computer and it needs memory to efficiently run multiple applications at the same time. If your server doesn't have enough resources to run PHP, then it may crash or become unresponsive. And this could trigger a critical error in your WordPress website. To fix this, you can increase the PHP memory limit by telling your hosting server to use more memory for PHP. Similarly to debugging change, you can also write down define wp underscore memory underscore limit in capital letters, and second value will be 520 M. That it will change the memory limit in your wp-config.php file and your server will have more memory to serve user requests, right? So you need to make sure that if the problem is within memory limit, you might need to contact your hosting provider and ask them to change that memory limit from their side as well. Okay, next step is upgrade PHP version. So WordPress requires PHP version 7.4 or greater. If your WordPress hosting server uses an older version of PHP, it may not work well and cause this critical error. So if you have access of the WordPress recovery mode, you can see which PHP version your site is using by visiting that tools site health page, and there you can find which PHP version your server is running on, right? So if your website is having an older PHP version, you might need to ask your hosting provider to provide the latest PHP version that will fix this issue as well. All right, so in this video we gone through each of the steps how we can fix that error, critical error in the WordPress. I hope you learned something new today. That's all for today's video. If you found it useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and drop your questions or suggestions in the comment below. I would love to hear from you. Keep coding and I will see you in the next video.